Review time for Everton 0, Southampton 2. Um, Sucky game. Pretty much sums it up. Let's see if I can just walk through all the bad points really quickly. Um, Red card Digne, that's first and foremost to me. Hopefully that gets rescinded and it's just one match ban and not 3 match ban, or I'm not quite sure how that works. If it's an automatic one and if you get it repealed, you don't have to do 3, or if you get it repealed, you don't have to do any. I don't know. Don't want to miss him. Don't want to lose him for any games, because if James is also, that's point number 2, injured, then we will have our 2 most creative players out. So yeah, don't want to lose Digne, and hopefully James is not sidelined with a hamstring injury, which is what it looked like. He was kind of holding his leg, but Ancelotti said he didn't think it's anything, but you know how that goes. Come in for training and all of a sudden you're injured. So, yeah, that sucked. What else? Our midfield. What happened? I don't know, man. Ever since that Liverpool, where they were getting run around in that game, I guess they just carried that on into this game where, I guess Southampton tries their best to do the same sort of like, ooh, we can press you to death. So maybe that's what gave us problems. But I just remember seeing Decore and Allen, which I didn't really expect it from Allen if he's fully fit. But, they're just trying to nick balls off of guys and just missing both of them in succession. Miss. Boom, straight up into the final third on our side. And Southampton just methodically did that, and that was disappointing because we, last season in Project Restart when we played Southampton, that was woefully apparent how inept our midfield was, and we addressed that this summer, and they're still able to just walk around them. They didn't walk around them as much as was happening in Project Restart when we played Southampton, but they did get around them, enough so that they were effective in what they were trying to do. And that surprised me and disappointed me. So yeah, number 3, our midfield was struggling. Iwobi, like he comes into filling for Richarlison, and I kind of see 2 sides of it. Like I think he struggled because he doesn't play on the left. He's not a winger, so he shouldn't really be there. He probably should be in the middle. I thought he was of the 4-3-3 formation. I think he was in the 3 forwards, and the middle 3 were Sigurdsson, Allen, and Decore. So yeah, he was a winger. So I don't think he plays there. He would have been better in that Sigurdsson spot if Sigurdsson's on the left. I didn't really see where he was, but he'd have been better playing a midfield type role instead of a winger type role. But that said, you got to take your chances that you get to play, and he just didn't do well over there. He was just, there was a couple times where he won a corner or 2, I think, and he just stops and tries to make a play on a guy, and by the time he's getting himself set up to maybe go around the guy, there's another guy standing in front of him. So he's got 2 guys, and he just ends up passing it back down to Digne, and for that matter, they didn't really have a lot of chemistry either. James kept trying to cross balls over to him, and he'd either fly over his head or he let it go pop by with a bad touch or something. Or I'm not railing on Iwobi. I just don't think that's his spot. But that did make us less effective as a team, so there was a sore spot, for him to not really generate a whole lot of offense for us the way we were used to doing. Another bad thing, which I'm not sure, is that our only note, is James get the ball and just cross it to the left. That's it. That's all we were trying to do today. Maybe that's because Coleman wasn't there on the right to overlap, and, I guess that answers my own question. So, yeah, I had those, 4 or 5 things kept us out, and the thing that really disappointed me the most is I really don't think Southampton did all that much. It's not like they were surprising us by going down the left. Like we pretty much knew that's what they do is down the left in the Ings or whatever. And our right side happened to be weaker because um, Coleman and John Joe Kenny are out. So they did what they did, and they were able to do it effectively. I actually don't even think they scored that many. I don't think they scored any from the left, but they were getting some joy down that side. And their first goal came off of us just switching off on a throw in, and their second goal, I actually don't remember how the second goal happened, but I think their other striker scored. At least Ings didn't score. Hey, kept him out for a game, but still gave up two. Anyway, yeah, like nobody like we just didn't look on. Like I saw James trying to do his best to um, make passes and through balls, and it seemed like every through ball from it didn't matter who the through ball was from, it just was dying right at the end of like you're trying to get it up to a forward through the lines through the D, split the D, and it kind of goes oh they just cross in front and pick it off. It's like we didn't put enough on any ball we were trying to make, and the whole game just felt like that. It was almost kind of like it made me wonder like what do we do all week? Why are they so like disjointed today? You see the video of them. Oh, we're having such a great time in training. We're all happy. We love each other. And you feel like that's what's gonna come out onto the pitch. Instead, you see them like, oh my bad, just a little bit off on that pass. So it's like, how can they train all week, which they did have a full week of training, and just be so off? Maybe that's credit to Southampton. I still don't think they did all that much. I felt like they were just worked hard. And that's what saddens you the most because, like we have quality in our team and we have been working hard. And it just felt like we didn't have that same energy. We weren't first to any balls. Dominic Calvert-Lewin didn't even see the ball hardly. Uh, the balance in our squad drops off significantly with it looks like Coleman and Richarlison out, you know. So we're not all that scary on the attack when we lose that tandem. So I don't know. I guess like everybody's saying, just put this one behind us. It was frustrating. I've had a little while to let it get, let it sink in. So I'm not quite as upset as I was earlier, but just got to move on to Newcastle. Newcastle feels like, in my opinion, it's not that much a different challenge. I think, they're good going forward. They have quality. Probably kind of shaky in the back. One of those Jekyll and Hyde teams, I guess. I don't know. I feel like we should beat them. I feel like we should have beat Southampton. So I guess they're looking at us just like Southampton was like, we can get some of that, let's just press them. And they'll fall apart. So we'll see what Ancelotti has for that. Anyway, up the Toffees.